Theme song. Hello, welcome to another episode of Once Upon a Game, everybody. We are playing some Kingdom by a Ben Robbins. He's a new designer. He's never made any game before. That's a lie and a half, because he's done Microscope and a bunch of other games. His latest one was Follow, and his middle game was Kingdom, because it doesn't exist anymore. Because I said it in the past tense. I'm sorry, it is Kingdom. And it's a really fun game about communities. And I played it late March of this year, and I felt like I wanted to play more of it. So I have it on the schedule again. So we're going to be doing that. And in order to play any game, we have to have people to play with, don't we? So I brought two strays that we found sick in the woods. Sci-Fry, what's up, buddy? It's been a while. It's
It's me.
It's been literally what? How many hours since we last seen each other?
Yeah, like
Five. It's been 5 minutes. What's up?
yeah.
So I hope you're doing okay.
It's pretty good. Doing about just working, been watching some anime. The new season of anime started, so
Oh,
that's dope.
I didn't know that anime is just one collective thing with a season.
Yeah, well, the
Is there
new
like a
shows like every season start around the same time each year.
Yeah,
So
there's
like
like
there's like 1 week where
summer
like
and winter.
the new
oh
yeah, so spring 2017 anime just started, and
hmm
so all the new shows have come out with their first episode at like the same like day or week time frame. So I've just been
uh,
picking and choosing anime to watch this
They
season.
they usually choose like a day in the week, and they're like, "I'll do mine Monday, you do yours Tuesday." They do this Wednesday, and then they just
Yeah.
so
block it out.
it's the great springtime anime harvest.
Yes, it is.
It is, except it happens in every season.
Yes.
There's just
Okay.
year-round anime.
Oh,
It's good. It's good
perennial
stuff.
anime. Peranimal?
Perennial anime.
Peranimal? I don't. That sounds creepy. Um, yeah. Okay. Oh, RP Glory. Okay. Okay. And we brought another one on board. Not just Sci-Fry. Josh slash Aquamag. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Eric? I'm just popping in for the first time. I've never actually had a chance to be on one of your shows before, so I'm super excited to play. I always enjoy being able to do some sort of role playing / storytelling games. So I'm just here to have a blast and create some cool shit.
Hmm. Good. I'm so glad you said that, because that is what we're doing today. If this is your first time watching a Once Upon a Game, well, you're in for a treat. We are playing some super fun games called story games, which are games designed to be played in a one-shot setting. In addition, they're supposed to be entirely prepless, so I have nothing prepared today other than the game itself with the rules. And the rules of the game will help us guide us and create something fun that we will enjoy doing together. This game that I will explain in a little second is also GM-less, where instead of one person being like, "You enter the dungeon, it's dark and it smells of sulfur," blah blah blah. We're all going to take turns doing that in various ways, which I'll get to. So that's what we're doing. This is a really fun thing to do. Playing games. That's also kind of intimate in a way, because we're going to be exposing our thoughts to one another. What we want to see contributed to into the game, because it's not like one person's story telling everything. It's all of ours. We're all stakeholders in it. We should be mindful and listen to each other. And so if somebody has an issue with something, we can be adults about it. Okay? So that's kind of the big thing. I believe in the X card if we need it. So if there's anything that's an absolute red flag, either like say, "Hold on, can we talk about it?" or just message privately, and we can fix it. Okay, never had to happen, but it's the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I
That
was
should
gonna
never.
ask you if
It's the
that's
in
ever
case
come up
shit
in your
button.
like
No, it's
four
never.
seasons of running
Uh,
Once Upon a
No,
Game.
but it's still important. It needs to be said every single time.
It is
yeah,
important.
Point
it's
to the fire extinguisher. This is your first jump. You're gonna need a buddy.
yeah.
Find your buddy. Tap
This is
them
your
on the
yeah.
shoulder.
It's that
Check
big
the
red button.
straps.
It's the
Yeah.
button behind the glass, and it says "in case shit," and you just like break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know what the shit could be, but I'm glad we have an encase button for
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
You it's one of those things like you know it when you're in the game, when you're like
Yeah,
not having.
exactly.
It's like someone brought something into the game, and you're just not having fun with it, and it's probably like disturbing, and it just would be best if it wasn't left in the game. But like it
Could
usually
be.
happens when someone like comes up with something that's just way off tone. Like everybody's going for
Yeah.
something, and then someone brings in like, "Oh, we're gonna name our ship the SS bullshit," and it's like, dude,
No.
you know,
No.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, hold on, it's
Yeah.
like maybe not in the next card, but like, can we
Yeah.
like, I don't,
Come on,
can we
man.
like, can we
Yeah.
try?
That's when you just look and be like, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
you know what
let's
I
be.
mean?
It's like if you were reading a book and you got into that part where you're just like, obviously the author just gave up at some
It's
point.
like,
Yeah,
It's just like,
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So like, what I would say is that the least amount of fun you can have is in a game when you don't say something like that and you have an irritant for the rest of the entire time. I mean, that's not even story game exclusive, right? Happens. It's just like if you don't say anything, it's not gonna change. I'm sure you're probably not the only person who's probably like, oh yeah, that's actually a good idea. You're right. It'd probably be better. Thanks for speaking up. But anyways, yeah. So we're playing Kingdom. Kingdom is a really fun game about a community, and communities can be kind of anything that we want. They're a group of people with a shared kind of interest or some sort of commonality amongst themselves. It can be a pizza, like a Pizza Hut controlled by the mafia. It can be a galactic civilization. It can be a family. It could be the scale is up to us. So that's kind of cool. The big thing that we're doing here is that our community is going to be faced with challenges, and we're going to be deciding on how to address these challenges together. And what makes it fun is that the way we handle these challenges and the way we discuss these challenges is influenced by certain roles that our characters will have. Because this game has characters, just like any other role-playing, not just like any other role-playing game, but like many other role-playing games that we're familiar with, we have characters. So these characters have roles, and just a real quick like overview of the roles. The first role, the obvious one, is called Power. The role of Power is your person is the head of the community or seen as a leader of the community. When I say leader, I mean they have the executive decision making. They can be like, I'm going to throw you in jail, right? Like they do it because they're the leader, right? So like they kind of have authority to execute actions, and they kind of like get away with most of it. The way they get checked is through two ways. The first way is the second role called Touchstone. Touchstone represents the populace as a whole. So while the power might be like the president, the Touchstone might be is all everybody under them, right?
Yeah.
They could just the common people. So maybe the president's be like, yeah, I'm gonna throw you in jail. It's like, that's great. Everyone in the country hates you. You know what
Caesar
I mean?
Chavez, dude.
Yeah, right. And so
Yeah.
all of a sudden, everyone hates you. You have a beautiful dog.
I thank you. Her name's Darla.
Oh, Darla, Darla dog. Okay, I love dogs. All right.
All right,
So-
Bulldog, get out.
And the last one is called Perspective. Perspective might be the most tricky one of it. Tricky, and when I say tricky, it's because you're able to predict the future in a way. What you say is not always true, but you can lay out consequences to what's happening, and you can basically make the power's life hell based on whatever decisions you make. So, for another example, right? Let's go with the president example as power. I'm gonna throw another person in jail. The perspective would be like, if you do that, you're not getting reelected again, right? And they can say that, and they can put that up on the crossroads, or they can put that up on as a prediction as things goes on. So when we end up voting for the crossroads, which the power gets to decide what happens, how we deal with it. Ultimately, that's you have to make that choice, and then once you resolve the consequence, then we get to see based on the perspective saying like, yeah, that was actually true, or no, that actually doesn't come to pass, kind of thing. So you're kind of victim to that. It would make more sense as we play. The last thing I'll say is that we can change roles over time, right? So if someone's pissed off at the power, then challenge them, and we can talk about that in a little bit. But the first thing we got to do is start coming up. First thing we got to do is start coming up with a tone of our kingdom and sort of like what kind of kingdom we want to make. Okay.
Okay.
So that's kind of the big thing. It's like let's talk about real quick. Let's spend a couple of minutes on discussing the concept for our kingdom. The easiest way to do this would be kind of starting off with maybe like a genre. I usually like to start like, do we want to do space? Do we want to do a western? Do we want to do modern? Do we want to do fantasy?
Everyone knows what genre I'm going to suggest, so I'm just going to pass it over to you to suggest something.
Want to be Mecha Mercenary Company? Is that what you're asking? Is it? It's
They call me Gundam. No. I mean,
Kinda.
Yeah. I really don't mind whatever kingdom we want to do. If Cypher, if you're wanting to do some sort of like Mecha Kingdom,
I'm just saying, I was looking at the Kingdom Seeds, and one caught my eye because it has Mech Police in the title.
Whoa! What? Really? That's one? Where's
Yeah,
that? Where's Mech
it's
Police?
page 152 according to the PDF. Is the Mech Police Kingdom Seed?
Mech Police. Oh, this is to play. You're playing the Special Response Division. You're playing RoboCop.
Yeah, it's less Gundam and more Mobile Police Palbator.
Your move, punk.
Do we want to do that? Do you want to play a bunch of Cyber Police?
Cyber Police, or like,
Do you want to play Martian
can I be
special?
close to
Do you want to play
retiring?
Yeah. Do you want to play Law and Order special
it's like
special mech unit?
Special
like
Kingdom
weird,
Edition.
like Code Geass style mechs. Like
Yeah.
that seems awesome.
We could do that.
I'd be fine with that.
Okay, let's do that.
There is
Right.
a mech series called Mobile Police Pat Labor. Please look it up. They have some dope police mechs.
I love your ability to recite mechs. I really
There's a lot of Gundam
It's
stuff.
really
I mean,
good.
not just like there's like Gundam between and then like Mech Warriors and so many different types of like mech genres.
Yeah,
let's do. I'm on board with Mech Police. Let's do Mech Police. So I'm gonna write down Mech Police here on the bottom under here, just so we can have something. Put Mech Police. All right, let's actually start hashing out the stuff from the book for this one, since we're gonna do this one from the book.
Mm-hmm.
So on 152.
Yep.
Josh, how about you go ahead and read the paragraphs, the first few paragraphs of the Mech Police thing.
Yeah. Mech Police. As times change, crimes change. Law enforcement has to adapt or fall behind. With grid gangs, and synth cartels on the rise, original police were too often outnumbered and outgunned. The Special Response Division, SRD, was formed to give the police the firepower they needed to take on these new threats, mechs. But not everyone is a fan. After all, when you see a 30-foot tall armored walker to battle perps in the street, do you re-establish law and order, or do you turn the city into a war zone?
Awesome. The Kingdom is a Special Response Division, a single branch of the city police department, not the police force or the city as a whole. Okay. So, I'm all about that. So, let's go ahead and start customizing our setting here.
All right.
The city we protect is the Detroit of the future, a battered hub of industry, or the domed capital of Mars, or in the biosphere of a space station.
I like a battered hub of industry.
I like that too.
Cyber Neo Detroit.
Yeah.
All right. I like it too.
That's just like you can feel all the corruption right away.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much to be done in so little time.
I also put a picture of a dope police mech in the Roll20 chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, man. That's what
Yes,
we
you didn't
that's
see
what
it.
we needed.
Yeah.
Always need more mechs in my life, Cypher. I'm not kidding. I always need more mechs in my life.
It's a mech with a giant revolver. I
Yeah.
love it.
I'm just trying to rearrange some shit so it makes sense on the screen.
All right.
Boop, 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 boom. Okay, cool. There we go. Look at that. Production value. All right. Mech Police, Law and Order, Mecha Edition. We're Neo Detroit. All right, the next one for customizing. The Special Response Division is blank brand new, has been around a few years, or is over the hill and outdated?
I'll pass this one to you, Sci-Fi. What do you think?
I like the idea of is brand new.
That's actually
Oh.
exactly where I was leaning to.
Like I like the idea.
That's why like the mech, like this battered hub of industry, and we're like newly elected by the Council of 12 to bring in this new, I don't know
this new mechanized police force.
Yeah.
I'll just put down here brand new mechs. Oh, that's good. Okay. Our mechs are lumbering and cumbersome, or fast and agile?
I'd like to say fast and agile, especially
So-
since we're new. It'd
Yeah.
probably be the
That
new
was my
thing.
choice as well.
Are we thinking of like? All right. So this is immediately making me think of something like a Doom guy suit. You know what I mean? Like kind of like
but
a
it's
more
a
like a
giant
personal.
suit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like.
I think like have you ever played like Warhammer
like
40K?
yeah, Space
they have
Marine.
like the giant power armor that they like
the
get
power
in.
armor.
It's put
Oh,
around
yeah.
them.
Yeah. No, exactly. I'm sorry. That's what I,
It
that's what I meant
literally
to say
gives
is the
them like
Doom guy.
5 feet in
Yeah,
differences.
yeah.
They have all this armor around them.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Are we
there
on board
are
with
like
that?
there are also like mechs in Code Geass that are like 20 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like something like that, I'm down for it.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. All right. So we have brand new fast and agile mechs. Okay. Awesome. So now we have to pick 3 out of 4 of these threats to play with. Here's the first one. Gang violence is on the rise. They're better armed and organized every day. Number 2, budget cuts. Fielding police mechs is expensive. Taxpayers are tired of shelling over their hard-earned credits. Number 3, malfunctions. The latest models of the police mechs are fraught with bugs. The price of going with the lowest builder or a corporate cover-up. 4, police strikes. City cops citywide are up in arms about poor conditions and funding. There's talk of a strike. Would the department follow? What do we think? Which one of these sounds fun?
I definitely feel
which
like
ones of these sound fun, I should say.
I feel like we're like definitely going into an action movie right now. So the first one, like gang violence is on the rise, definitely feels. But at the same, can we do multiple?
Yes, we can.
We
Yes.
have to pick 3 out of 4, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. I would love to do gang violence is on the rise, budget cuts, and police strike. So like not only I also would like to ask one more thing. Can we also become like, can our department be called like the Watchdog Tower?
Yeah, we can call it the Watchdog Tower. That sounds cool.
I'm
And
a
police
big
strikes.
fan of option 3 though.
You are?
Yeah.
Why don't we just do all of them?
Fuck it. All right.
Yeah, let's go hardcore.
I'll put them all down here.
Yeah, we have multiple threats to deal with. We're in a dangerous situation.
Yes. Okay, so we have gang violence on the rise, we have budget cuts, we have police strikes, and we have malfunctions.
We have so much to do in so little time.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be selecting some of these locations for our game. All right? And I'm going to once again read out a couple of them and just we're going to grab the ones we think are cool and then we're going to write them down. All right? So the first one, a vehicle bay, docking alcoves, hold Saber 7 patrol mechs, half of them ready for action, half ripped apart by maintenance. The firing range, used for both mech and sidearm practice. A simulator, the actual mech cockpit connected to a VR rig, but you can't stop crime in the simulator. Gym, pump some iron and hit the bag, also used for hand-to-hand combat training. Skyhook command and CNC, on board one of the command and control choppers, used for observation and ground coordination, or eyes in the sky. Helipad, on the roof of the building, a good place to look out over the city. Detention cells, short-term holding power for before perps are moved to prison. Any of these sound good?
I'd like them all.
We can come up with other ones too.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of vehicle bay.
All right.
I'm a big fan of simulator.
I would love to have
So like each of us should be picking, like think about picking 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm down for vehicle bay and simulator.
I would love for there to be a gym and a helipad.
Okay. Down. Vehicle base, gym, helipad. Then I'm gonna pick the holding cell and firing range. Cool. Okay. Now we get to do a little bit of character creation. All right. So here's what we got to do. We're going to go ahead and come up with our role. All right. So we're going to come up. So once again, the 3 roles. We have power, perspective, and touchstone. Right. Power's in control. Touchstone's sort of in touch with the greater organization, like has the pulse, to the group. And then perspective is kind of like the oracle.
I actually like perspective. I was actually really, its perspective seemed interesting to me.
Okay. Sure. Can you do me a favor and write perspective above your sheet, and your sheet is the one to the right. I'll just put Equa there, just so we know where each other are. All right.
So power is like calling the shots kind of deal.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, it's the most straightforward.
Yeah, I think power is the one I'm gonna opt for, at least at the start.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. So now I'm going to go ahead and start. Now that we're gonna start coming up with our characters, and this mech game has a couple like good kind of like seeds about who we can be. So we don't have to be, once again, we don't have to be any of these, but I think these are pretty good like provoking ideas, right? So I'm just gonna rattle them off real quick for us. So we have a rookie cop, freshly promoted to mechs, still getting the hang of walking 20 tons of steel down the street. Number 2 is the hot shot. You were born to pilot a mech, or do you just think so? 3, the peace officer. You joined the force to help people, not shoot them. The 4, survivor. You lost your partner. Was it your fault, or do you just think so? Retired veteran. Came out of retirement to help the department. Can you teach these kids something? 5, the captain. When you're not keeping cops in line, you're fighting political battles to keep the division running. Lucky you. 6, the chief mechanic. Someone has to keep these things running. 7, the dispatch. You're the eyes, ears, and some would say brains of the SRD. Monitors citywide surveillance and feeds critical data to cops in the field. And the last one is internal affairs. Who watches the watchmen? You do. You make sure cops behave like cops, not criminals. Awesome. Those are some like ideas that we can start playing with.
I would love to be a rookie cop.
Okay. And then we hear some quick cop sounding names. Berkowitz, Carter, Cruz, Dieter, DeGrassi, Foster, Gates, Hawkins, Lang, Lubin, Myers, Otteson, Singh, and Vasquez. I'm picking Vasquez because fuck. I don't even know who I'm gonna be yet, but I know I'm picking Vasquez.
I just made one on my own, and I actually really like the name of like Frank Shields.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one.
Frank Shields, rookie cop. I'm here to help.
I'm Vasquez Valdez. I don't know what my seed's gonna be yet, but I'm thinking about being the retired veteran who came out of retirement.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about choosing a hot shot as my seed.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go touchstone. Yeah, just a quick little description is fine. Yeah. Out of retirement. Oh man, that sounds
I really
cool.
like these.
Yeah, this is good. This is good so far.
Do they call you like? I feel like you have some sort of nickname because you have the double V's for your name.
Yeah. I feel like Yeah, well, I feel like I have a call sign that people know me by.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Mm.
It's like on your mech as well.
Yeah. I feel like I was like in the war too, right? Like I was like I'm like I feel like I'm like John Glenn, you know? Like I was like a fucking Korean war ace and a astronaut and like everything in the world.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I finally got you out of retirement, huh?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a little nod here. I'm gonna do a little nod. My name's Firebrand.
Nice.
Good nod. I like it. Yeah. All right.
I don't think I've earned my nickname yet since I'm a rookie. I'm not given one. They just call me the rookie.
Yeah, they call you rookie until you get
Yeah, they
one.
call me rookie until
You're
I actually get one.
Ramirez.
Yeah.
You have to do everything.
Yeah.
Remember, get that Burger Town.
I fucking got you. Eat that soap.
All right. My guy's name is Dane Araki.
Dane
The hot
Araki.
shot
Dane.
Nick pilot.
Ah,
Big
the
ol'
hot
Dane.
shot.
He's
You're
an ace.
dangerous, Dane. You're
Dangerous Dane.
Dane, Vasquez, and Frank.
dangerous hot shot.
You can get someone
Oh,
killed one
man,
of these Ks. Don't take the rookie with you.
Drop your Mac and your badge and your gun.
Get out of my goddamn watchtower.
It's gonna be so good. Awesome. Cool. So we have our locations now. And we have our characters. The next thing we gotta do is come up with our wish and fear. So all our characters are wish something about the kingdom that they wish they could do. Right? So here's things to kind of like start considering about. You should put something that you want to explore into play here. You might want to take one of the threats that's going and maybe play with an opinion on it or something like that.
yeah.
That's a good way of thinking about it. The other thing to consider is that no two characters can have the exact same wish or fear. However, you're totally allowed to have the fear. That's you can flip flop wish and fear with the same word, with the same one. So that's
so instead of
encouraged.
like I wish for this, I fear for this.
Yeah, I wish the police will I wish the police don't strike so we can maintain order. And then someone would be like, I'm afraid that the police won't strike in order to get the things they need. You know what I mean? Like you could totally do that. That's completely legit.
Yeah.
All right. Just your wish or fear cannot be about a specific character.
All right.
Okay.
I fear.
When you're ready, you need one or the other, and whichever one you pick, circle the wish or circle the fear on your character sheet.
All right. I need. Whoa.
You can enlarge the font.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using 18.
Oh, okay.
All right, and mine's fear. Firebrand fears that the new recruits lack the heart to be good cops. So I think it's everybody who's not him, right? The new division, right? The SRD, I actually should say. The SRD lacks the heart, right? They lack the chutzpah. Not like this generation of cops just doesn't get it, right? So that's what he's afraid of. He's afraid that they're just a bad bunch. Not like morally bad, just they can't do. They lack the moral constitution, I think would be the best way of thinking about it. The moral, the fabric.
Mhm.
Am I the only person here who picked Wish?
Yeah, I have fear. I mean, there's only 3 of us.
That's fine.
Frank fears that the gang secretly control and manipulate the police.
It's like not only
That's
did we
good.
pick all 4 threat options.
I was
2 of
thinking
us
like
are afraid.
I was thinking doing something like he fears that they manipulate and control them, like causing the police strikes.
Oh.
I have my wish is that I wish that our team can finally clean up the streets.
Aw. Okay. My issue. So now the next thing we do is we come up with an issue, and an issue is something that's going to be holding us back, right? It could be a personality flaw. It can be a relationship. Pick something that you're interested in playing about, and your character would be happy to get rid of, right?
A flaw.
Your issue is not about outside forces stopping you. This is something that you sabotage yourself, right? If it's a relationship you cannot bring yourself to sever, even if it's best for you, right?
Oh, I totally got it. I know.
Mine's Vasquez has a drinking problem.
I have a relationship. My family is all cartel members.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, are you just playing fucking what's that video game?
I don't know. I thought it'd be interesting.
The one,
being
the
like,
Hong Kong, the Mafia.
Street Dogs or
Street Dogs, right?
Yeah,
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping
You're
Dogs,
playing
yeah.
Sleeping Dogs. We're just playing Mecha
Yeah.
Sleeping Dogs, which is amazing.
Yeah. I'm literally like, I have to stop my family, but I can't stop my family. They're my
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, this is really good. I love it.
Fast and the Furious
We're like, look, those best story games are the ones when you lean into the tropes,
Yeah.
and that's perfect.
This is like a perfect action movie already.
I know. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
My issue is that Dane is overzealous when in combat.
He is a hot
Ooh.
shot.
He is a hot shot.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so here's the next thing we're gonna
He's
do.
a loose cannon, but he's the best.
Yeah, this is the next and the last step before we can start playing. For realsies. This is the bond step, and what we're gonna do is see how the arrows are pointing to your left.
Yeah.
Just pretend that it makes a perfect loop. All right.
I see.
And so what you're going to do is make up something for your you're going to describe your connection to the character on the left. It can be a personal relationship, the way duties in the kingdom require you to interact. It could be a friendly relationship, or it can put you at odds. What do you need from them? Discuss it with the other players to make sure it makes sense. And then the player to your right will make a bond with you. So each character has 2 connections.
I would like to say
we want to like start this and go around as a loop.
Sure. I mean, Josh, you seem like you have something immediately you want to say. So let's just...
Totally. I think Vasquez is the one that gave Frank his shot to get out of it. Like, he doesn't know what to do with his family and how to like solve the problem. And Vasquez one day was like that helping hand that pointed him to the police. Like, the police can be the thing that can like bring justice and bring your family back around.
So you know how I'm afraid that we don't have the heart to be good cops. I think that you're the last chance for this division.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
Because I'm like from all
that
corrupt society, and I'm the good one coming at it.
But you're that diamond in the rough, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, it doesn't matter where you're from. That's what people don't get. It doesn't matter where you're from. It's what's inside that counts, and you have it.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think. I don't know what
I'm gonna say. Vasquez saved me.
Yeah, I think. You're the
Vasquez
only one.
Saved me and showed me the light and showed me a new path.
Yeah. With, I put in quotes, the stuff. Yeah, like you're the only one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no offense to you at all, Dane.
Dave, but you're a fuck up at times, man.
He's a loose cannon.
You're a loose cannon. You don't. You lack the streetwise.
Yep. Vasquez saved me and showed me a different path.
You're all flash, but no substance, man.
Yep.
So, that's good. That's real good.
Vasquez saved me when I was low.
Yeah. So like, I feel like there's a paternal-y style relationship, possibly like
I
mentor,
wish-
maybe.
I wish you were my dad.
Oh my god, dude, I'm fucking literally. Oh my god, what's his name? I'm the dude from Scrubs.
Yeah. You're fuck.
I know.
What's
What's
his name?
What's his name? What's his name? Red hair. What's his
Holy
name?
shit.
What's his name?
Holy
From the
shit.
red hair.
Oh, it's not Cox. Is it
No,
Cox?
it's Dr. Cox. It's Dr.
Dr.
Cox.
Cox. Yeah, Dr. Cox. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm Dr. Cox. I'm the mentor. I'm the mentor. Of the group.
And
not
that's why you have a
Rookie.
drinking problem.
And I call you Rookie all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I love it.
Yeah, because,
Good.
oh my god, that's
I'm glad
so
we're
good.
weird
Oh,
Law and
it's so
Order
good.
scrubs
Oh my God,
in
I
Mecha
know.
universe.
Yeah.
We're playing Law and Order. Yeah, Law and Order with Scrub style relationships
Hmm.
in Neo Detroit. This is so good.
I love it. All right. So, what is the Hot Shots bond?
All right. Yeah. So let's think of the bond. Oh, do you just want to flesh out Frank? And so, do you want to talk about Dane and Frank's relationship?
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna go through the loop.
Yeah, sure. That's
Oh,
fine
okay.
with me.
Oh, let's just go through the loop then. So then comes to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Dane,
Vasquez and
Dane, let's talk about this. What do you think our relationship is? You think it's my responsibility to like train you and get you up to speed?
Maybe.
Like-
It might be.
Um,
Maybe the reason you came out of retirement is because they needed someone to keep Dane in check.
Ooh.
What if like you lost someone exactly? You're seeing what the path Dane has like gone down. You've seen this hot shot. You like lost a good friend like that, and that's kind of one of those reasons why you're like the veteran leader of this all. You're trying to stop the circle from happening again.
So is that my belief to him?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I kind of like, I don't know if I like that because I already have you as kind of the chosen one to kind of like break the cycle.
Yeah. I would just mean the fact that like you've seen the path that he's going down. He's the person that's already on the path. I'm the one that's like at
That you
starting.
can steer off the path.
No, I guess it is kind of recursive.
Oh my god, I have it. I don't trust you. I don't think you're the best one on the force, but I think you know my secret drinking problem.
Ooh.
Does he use it against you?
I don't know yet. We'll see that. So I think that's what it is. So I say I don't. Yeah.
You're all washed up, Vasquez. I know
don't
your
trust you.
secret.
Yeah.
You gotta lean on the bottle. That's the only way you can survive in this department.
I'm totally putting loose cannon. I don't trust you because you're a loose cannon.
Yep.
But you know my secret is my bond to you.
Oh, I totally know my bond to Dave
That's so
now.
fucking
My
good. That's
my
so
end of the
fucking good.
bond is I help Vasquez keep his dirty little secret for a price.
Oh, goddamn.
I want to. Oh man, I think I know Dane's to Frank. Dane is Frank's like inspiration. He's like his hero, like because he's that hotshot that's always on the news. Like even though he's a loose cannon, because he's a hotshot, he's well known, and that's kind of like I look up to Dane.
Even if it's bad news, even if it's like police mech causes massive collateral damage.
And it was like, but he still caught the perps. Come on, guys.
5 warehouses destroyed in police shit.
It was necessary. It was Look, there's a lot of bad stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like that. I think like you idolizes Dane like a hero.
Yeah. You know what I think?
Man, we are Neo Detroit's finest.
Yep.
Good.
You know what? I think
so good.
I
This
have
is so
my idea
good.
for Dane's bond with Frank.
Okay.
And
What do you got?
Yeah.
here's the bond. It's Frank is too green to be in a mech, and I won't trust them to watch my back.
Oh man.
Oh.
That's so good. I idolize him like a hero, and he just like will never trust me. He's just like, you're just a rookie. You're all star-eyed, and
Oh, man.
and you're just gonna get me killed out there.
Yeah.
Oh my
like it.
god. That's so good, guys. That's so good.
It's so good.
Oh. Okay.
I love how we have like a perfect circle too. It
know.
really is the bonds.
Oh my god, that's so good.
It's
Okay.
great.
Okay. So now that we got this going, right? Now we got all this stuff cooking.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna read Kingdom. Now we're gonna read the part about what we got to do.
Perfect.
What pages?
No, it's on Roll 20 actually.
Okay.
We're reading the Kingdom in a nutshell. So we're gonna do this starting Kingdom in a nutshell. Okay.
All right.
Cool. So I'll start. Okay.
Hmm?
So Kingdom in a nutshell. The crossroads. So now we've got our kingdom. We've got our characters. Now we're going to play to see how our characters shape the kingdom and how the kingdom shapes them. As players, we're going to confront our kingdom and our characters with crossroads. Critical decisions the kingdoms must make. Decisions that may change the kingdom forever. Does the kingdom invade its neighbor? Does it outlaw the new religion? Sci-Fry, read the next paragraph.
Crossroads are the major arcs of our game. They are the chapters of the story we're making. It's our job to make crossroads that push the kingdom and the characters into a territory that interests us. Never make a crossroad that doesn't interest you. You might even introduce a crossroad that your character dreads, but you think would be interesting.
Cool.
Scenes and cards. Before we see the final destination, the kingdom makes about the crossroads. We'll make turns creating scenes and role-playing them together. We'll explore the crossroads and see what our characters think and do about it. We might find out the situation is a lot more complicated than we thought. Each of the 3 cards on the tables is a countdown. On your turn, you'll pick up which to check and move closer to completion. When all the boxes on a card are checked, we'll pause and play to see what happens.
So I'm an idiot, and those cards are on the other Roll20 screen. We're just going to pretend that they're here, okay? And I'm pointing to them. When all the boxes are full on the crossroads, we play to see what choice the kingdom makes and what the consequences are. When all the boxes on the crisis card are full, we see whether the kingdom survives the crisis or is destroyed. Characters may flee the kingdom. When all the boxes on the time passes card are full, there is a break in the action when our characters can rest and reflect. Months or years will pass. When we finish a card, we start a new one.
That's cool. I like it.
Yeah. And then the last page with the rolls and stuff.
Hmm?
Sai?
Let's see. Starting with the rolls.
Yes.
Okay. Each roll gives you a different way to influence the kingdom and the crossroad. Perspective. You can predict the consequences of picking different sides of the crossroad. It's your job to show us what's really at stake. Touchstone. You decide how the people of the kingdom feel and what they want. You can instantly define the kingdom and show us people react to what's happening. Power. After seeing those consequences and hearing what those people want, you get to decide what the kingdom actually does.
That doesn't seem fair, does it? Only power gets to decide what the kingdom does? No, it isn't fair. But it might be balanced. Power makes the choices, but perspective and touchtone determines the consequences.
Yes. Now, challenge and overthrowing. Eventually, someone's going to do something in the kingdom that you don't like, and you can do something about it. You can change your role. If you want a different voice in the kingdom and your old role doesn't seem like a good fit anymore, for example, someone who might be my favorite is with the perspective people who've been like, oh yeah, they have a lot of good ideas, and he's like, oh yeah, you're right, I might be becoming a touchstone now, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Make something that happens, or you become to power because everyone's like, holy shit, this guy knows what he's talking about, or
he predicted all the calamities.
Yeah.
Maybe we should listen to him.
Right? You can challenge another character to stop something they do or establish if power arrests someone. But, you can challenge another character to stop something they do or establish. If power arrests someone, bust them out of jail. If a touchstone shows that the people are angry, give a speech to calm the mob. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But if challenging them isn't enough, if you want to stop what another character is doing, with their role entirely, you can overthrow them. right? You can overthrow them and take their role for yourself. Storm the capital and take away their power. These options are listed at the bottom of your role card. But be warned, nothing can take a player out of the game. A character can usurp just picks a different role and keeps influencing the kingdom in a different way. Take away someone's power and then return its perspective and predict a dire future.
Cool, right? I like it.
So that's how things get played out here in these here parts. All right, cool. So we got our problems. We got our mechs. We got mech police. All right, now we have to have the first person go. All right. The way this is going to work is the first person is going to help establish a crossroads first, and then we're going to start doing a scene, right? What happens here is when we do a scene is that it's kind of like a microscope or a fiasco scene, where you just kind of the person in charge just kind of starts setting the scene of what they want to do and what they want to accomplish. When that's done, they have the option of doing two things. They have to make a check, and they have to check either the crisis box, the crossroads box, or the time passes box. If you're a touchstone, you're able to check 2 boxes. And then, what am I missing? Oh, responses. So after someone does a scene, and before we do the check-offs of the boxes, we're all allowed to go around and actually say something real quick about, like, a person's response to a scene. It's kind of like a reaction, I guess is the best way of putting it. Right?
Like if someone was watching the news and they were like, "Oh," like
it could be something like that, or being like, like just do a quick little like this is how my character would probably be feeling about that if I'm not in the scene, right? Or even if you were in the scene, like a short little solo narration vignette type of thing, right? Mm-hmm. And then once we're done with that, then we move on, and then it's the next person's turn. All right. So I think for purposes, with 3 people, we can do something in order, or we can kind of do it more like ad hoc, where if one person goes, you can't go again until someone else goes, kind of thing, which might work as well. I'm fine with whatever.
I'm fine with whatever as well. I'm kind of unfamiliar with I've never really played a game like this, so I kind of defer to you two that have more experience with this.
Sure. All right, then I will go ahead. I think I might do the first scene then, just to get something on the books. So the first thing we got to do is we got to establish a crossroads. So one of these things has to give us a question here, and crossroads, how we spoke about in the beginning, is going to have an important question, right? Something's at stake. I don't get to describe the consequences. I just have to say, like, will something happen in a bad way, right? Or like, will something, what happens when this thing is happening? Like, the Mars colony is running out of water, right? Should we do something? So, let's see.
So it's when I'm in a scene, then I can predict the consequences of the crossroads.
Yeah, and we can actually have multiple crossroads going if we wanted.
Oh, cool. Were we gonna take some of the crossroads from that were already given to us?
Yeah, these are the threats that we're facing, and it's usually good to write a crossroads that's facing one of these threats. So I think what I'm gonna do, I think that our setup has a couple example crossroads, which is actually good because we should probably talk about some of this stuff, because since we're doing, we're doing the preset one, and we wanted to, and since it's a one shot, we're really probably only gonna get through one crossroads tonight. Okay. We should pick something that's probably pretty good that we want. All right. So here's a couple ones for the crossroads for our game. Do we assault Chalk 13's gang headquarters? Informants have given up the location of the notorious Grid Gang's hideout, but it's practically a fortified bunker deep underground in the city's utility tunnels. They also said Chalk 13 has been smuggling heavy weapons and has a lot of firepower at their fingertips. Should we replace our current mechs with the newer models? The new EricVulgaris haven't been field tested, but there's strong pressure from City Hall and corporate backers to put them on the street and show them what they can do. Or go on strike. The police are walking out all over the city. Do we support them, or do we stay on our posts? Or do we put rookies in the cockpit? We're low on experienced personnel, so cutting back on training is the only way to get our mechs in action. I really like that last one.
Putting the rookie in the simulator. Oh God! Oh jeez.
Yeah, like we don't have time to train people, so like, should we be putting inexperienced people out there?
I like the last one, and I also like the first one.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I feel like we can definitely do the first one like in a way.
yeah,
Um,
maybe it's like the build up to.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm
We're
gonna do
doing
the
the
first one here.
montage moments of like we know it's in the background, like there's been talk going on in the corporate headquarters
Yeah.
of it.
With a special response division. Put rookies in the mech cockpits. I feel like that's the good one right now. That's the hotness.
I like it.
I like
I'll
I
come up
like this
here.
prompt too. It hits a very Gundam-like center in my brain.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. So here's the scene. We're gonna be in the simulator. Okay. I think all of us are gonna be in the simulator, right? So there's obviously we have the intro to our TV show play, right? And then we come back in, and it's the like neon colored lights, and it's a rainy neo Detroit city street, right? And we see we don't see it, we just hear a lady scream, "Oh no, they took my bag, someone help!" Right? And then you hear like someone slam into a car, like get into a car, right? I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry. Forget the lady with the robbery. No, it's a bank. It's a bank robbery. Right?
So
That
the
would be
alarm is
way
like
better.
going
Yeah,
off,
so right,
whining.
the alarms are going off, right? And there's like smoke pouring out of this neon bank, right? We see like the sign that has like bank or whatever, like first Detroit bank above, like shot up, right? So it's
The
like bzz, bzz,
the
and like we see the
announcements are
lights.
like going
Yeah,
off.
and we hear the things, right? And then we see a we hear a car like gunning in the distance, and then like we hear like the Doppler effect of like the mechs like coming in behind it, right? And then we still don't really see the mechs. We see them like for a second as they fly by, but then we switch back to like the angry like ski mask wearing bank robbers, right, with like AKs like shooting out the back of the car, right? And then we're gonna cut back into us, and like then we finally see our characters in the cockpits, right? And I think we first see Valdez in Firebrands, right, being like, "All right, guys, remember, like, all right, now he doesn't say remember your training. He would say like, all right, hot shot. We're going 40, like, all right, we got suspects moving on 42nd Street. Hot shot, go flank to the left, cut them off on Madison and Shields, rookie. All right, follow up on my right. See if they're coming up on the fork over on Virginia. You know, and like I'm giving you like commands to like go, and we like split off. You know, like we get to a T section, you just like immediately scoot off. And,
There's that neon like trail light of like water and as they go off.
Can I put in a cool mecha detail to this scene for a hot second?
Yeah, for sure, man.
So a thing that mechs in Code Geass have that allow them to move very fast at street level is that sort of the back of the mecha's ankles will drop down and then become a set of wheels.
So they're like
so they're like rollerblades.
Exactly.
So like they're like boosting rollerblades.
It's like rollerblade. Yeah.
Essentially.
I was totally yeah, and I think Rook is totally. How do the insides of these move? Is it like actually moving your body in when you're in it, or is it controls?
I feel like it's controls because we have a simulator.
I think it's controlled. I think it's like kind of like Diva from Overwatch in a way.
Yeah, sort of. You got the two levers.
Yeah, right. And but so like
like
really, I'm
switches.
picturing in our anime show, like when we saw inside the cockpit, we just see like the HUDs of stuff, right? And like we see the controls moving, right. And when I gave you those orders, then we cut back, we zoom out a little bit, and we see like the police sirens or whatever, like painted on our mechs. And then we
having like red and blue, and they're like swirling.
Yeah, and then we split off, and now I think the matter at hand here is Hotshot. You have a dangerous shot to take here, right? Like you have a risky shot. Like no one would take this shot, but if you do, you hit. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing, right? And we're in and like once again, like the show's never said this is a simulation yet, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Right.
like like they're like getting into traffic, right? And now they're weaving through cars and traffic, like getting onto the highway, right? And we're saying like dispatch, they're moving up to the highway or whatever, like give us and they're like affirmative SRD, wait for aerial recon and we can give you spotting things. And then we hear like hotshot, not to
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna step on your things or
just
whatever,
like-
be like negative, I can take the shot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I have them.
No, negative hotshot, do not engage, I'm like saying over this
Stay on
thing.
target.
Yeah, stay on target, pursue, do not fire. And what do you do?
So next to the highway is a parking garage,
Yeah.
and you see my mech ramp up at full combat speed through this parking garage.
You see,
and
like, the
jump
concrete-
onto the
yeah.
freeway.
Yeah, we see like the concrete like strain and break
Yeah,
off,
just
right? And like we
yeah.
see like the dust and like
debris
like
rains
we
down
like
on the street
yeah,
below.
yeah, and you like there are people like screaming, like no one's hurt or anything, but like we
Yeah.
hear it and like we're like
Yeah.
like as like the building like shakes and stuff.
Right,
as
no
you,
one's
you're
injured, but there
being
is
reckless.
chaos.
You're
Yeah.
being reckless, right? Like it's visually conveying this recklessness. And
Yeah,
then
it's
you
just
get on the
like-
highway. Yeah, so you're on the highway, right? And now they're like, you see the guy get back into the car, and he pulls out a bazooka, right? Like an RPG.
Yeah.
And now what do you do? Like, do you say that, or like, what do you do?
I think what happens is I like pull back on the levers and sort of my mech reaches to one side and pulls out a sidearm
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I take the shot.
Oh, you take the shot.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I'm
okay.
like,
I think,
this is Unit 2, enemies DOA.
I think I want to do let's see. I can predict the consequence of this. This isn't the crossroad, is it? This is.
No, you can predict stuff while it's going on. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I want to predict that he's going to hit the shot, but it's going to like explode the vehicle itself and cause like massive damage
All
to
right,
this highway, possibly
Oh,
harming
absolutely.
citizens.
Hold on. So like hold on. We're getting confused real quick. That's not what you're predicting. What you're predicting
Oh, yeah.
is consequences to putting rookies into the mech cockpits, crossroads as a whole. So we could say
okay.
so building
Oh.
at the end of the scene, it could be like rookies are gonna have a propensity. We're gonna do more collateral damage, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
like so it's not like this immediate scene. It's the grandiose after solving the checking off the
Okay.
crossroads.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
the
I
consequences,
definitely-
like, if I do
Yeah.
this, people
Reckless.
might
Yeah.
follow my example.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
rookies
that's
will be
perfect, though.
reckless.
So no,
Yeah.
so he says he kills these things, right? And so I think that's fine. So it was, but like then we see the sort of like visual like wavy thing turn off of the simulation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And like I get when we get out of the mechs and I like storm over and you hear like bang bang bang, like get the fuck out of here, hotshot. Like what the fuck was that? We told you do not engage. You know what I mean? Like we had this fucking conversation, and I know you were kind of quiet, Shields, right? But like you just see me like fucking chew out hotshot, being like, "Don't you fucking do that again." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Fucking Christ!" I just like throw off my headset, right? I just throw it to the ground and I just walk out, right? Like I look at you, I don't say anything, but I'm like fuming, right?
Yeah.
And like I just fucking open the doors, right? And I leave, leaving you guys in this room together.
And
Like,
I think
fucking useless, right? As I leave these things.
yeah. And I
Does-
think above the simulation room is sort of a viewing area where a bunch
Yeah.
of like rookies are standing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like come walking over and I'm just like, I mean, I know you didn't listen to what the captain told you, but you still got the shot. You still got the job done.
Valdez is a little. He doesn't like my tactics too much, but I've never lost a simulation before.
I won the Kobayashi Maru.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've beaten the Kobayashi Maru.
I mean, your driving is really impressive. I'll try to keep up with you next time. You're just going too fast for me.
You just take it slow, rookie, and I like put my hand on your shoulder.
And
Nice.
just like get a little starry eyed, and I'm just like, yeah. I got your back. I got your back, hotshot.
All right. Cool.
I laugh.
So, all right, then here's what happens then. Okay. So now we can do the reactions if we need to, but I feel like that your two kind of together was a little bit of reaction. But if you want to do something else, you're more than happy to. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to advance the crossroads a little bit, and then I'm going to advance it twice actually, because I can.
Mm-hmm.
As a and I can do that because I am touchstone.
Ooh.
You fancy.
Yes, it's one of the few perks of being a touchstone.
Fancy.
As we can
Please
see,
sit over there.
if you haven't seen it yet, I have a handout available
Yeah.
for power, perspective, and touchstone. And I want to do a quick second here to highlight it of what you can do with them, right? And it kind of gives you an idea of what you should be doing. And so, you know, when we're in a scene here, obviously, like all the rookies and the higher up people are upset with you, Hotshot, right? Like that's it should be clear. Like when I'm pissed off at you, it means like the brass is pissed off at you,
Yeah.
right?
Brass is gonna be having you doing freaking ticket duty for a while.
Yeah. Yep. So, on your turn, in addition to your normal check at the end of your scene, you can opt to check Crisis if you think Kingdom's in trouble, or erase a Crisis check. Oh, I'm sorry. So I only write one Crossroads, but that one does go to Crisis. I will check a Crisis one. Okay. Cool. So there we go. That's what happens. Okay.
Right.
Like these fucking rookies. Cool. So there we go. Want to do reaction? We already kind of already talked about reactions real quick. Was there anything else we wanted to add there, or did we want to do something with perspective, adding something to the crossroads about like when we vote for a crossroad, if you vote yes, this will happen, or if you vote no, like as a response to would a special response division put rookies in the mech cockpits?
I think. Let's see. Challenge a character to try something they do not establish. Overthrow a character to. What would predict the consequence? Describe something that happened in the kingdom.
Yes would be that they'd be really good, right? Like they would work out okay.
I think it's gonna go terrible. I think it's going to get a lot of rookies killed if they say yes.
Okay.
I think that's my
Your prediction.
If they say yes, I think it's going to get a lot of rookies killed.
Okay. A lot of rookies will die. Will get killed. And I'm also going to put Shields as the person who said it. I'm also going to make a quick little category that says yes.
I would like to imagine that Shields' mech actually has like one of those giant riot shields. Like he does a lot of like doing defense and doing a lot of like protecting of civilians.
Yeah.
He does a lot, like as Hotshot causes collateral, Shield is always like moving in the way, trying to like block Rebel and.
That's so good. That's so good. Awesome. Yes. Yep. Okay. Well, that's good. Then, all right. Now my turn's done. My watch has ended.
Okay.
Now, one of you guys can step up and do a scene.
But the scene has to involve the crossroads, correct? Something involving the crossroads?
Not necessarily. I know it's kind of you really can just make the next like a logical scene that you want to see playing.
Okay. I would like to see the next scene. I think it's Vasquez is like telling Shields to come into his office because of the bad example that Dane. You realize that like I wasn't fuming like you were. A lot of the rookies were like shaking their heads and but I was impressed, and you're kind of fearful of like how impressed and like I'm starting to take on like quirks that Dane is giving.
Oh yeah, he's a bad influence on you.
Yeah, it's a bad influence on me. I'm just like, you're doing a great job. I don't know why he's so angry with you, Dane.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, I called you to my office, right? Yeah.
And I'm like walked in, like I have the clean like press suit. Everything's like nice and just like it's all brand new. None of the colors blues. Faded.
Yeah. It's definitely you're wearing those sweet cadet blues.
Yeah. It's like Detroit, and I like come in and like take off my hat, and I'm just like, Captain, you called me?
You'll say sir as I'm like holding the book like this, right? Like you will say sir when you address your captain as I close it, and you know.
Yeah, and I just like get all like, yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah. I'd say I'm disappointed in you, son. And first I say at ease, right? At ease. I'm disappointed in you, son.
Arms are like folded behind the back, and he's just like Can why is that, sir? I did my job perfectly in the simulator.
It's not enough to do it perfectly, son. I need your help. You're the only one I can trust who can do this.
Yeah, anything, sir. What do you need?
I need you to get Hotshot. Pull down.
I how, sir?
I look at you and I say, I don't care what it takes. The man's dangerous. He's dangerous to the whole SRD. I'm very clear to you. Keep an eye out on him. He's a what do I call him? Because you're a bad influence, right?
Yeah.
You can corrupt people, right? So he's like so I feel like I have a really good analogy to something about like
It's like
bucking,
a weed in a garden.
Yeah, no, but it's something else. It's something about when you buck broncos, and I give you this story about like training a horse, right? And how you have to like break a horse.
Oh yeah.
And like if you're stubborn or something like that, it hurts the rest of the herd or pack. And and then I'm like, Hotshot's doing these things, and I've seen what happens. You lose a herd, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm saying that kind of thing to you, right?
Yeah.
But, like, talking about like this is what I was when I was young. Like I was like a ranchero, right? Is that what it is? Is that what you call a rancher?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I was a ranch dressing. I was a ranch dressing on a salad.
Perfect.
So
perfect. Yeah, and I'm like nodding, getting really serious about this all, and I'm like, I'll keep an eye on him, sir. I'll make sure to stay right behind him, stopping him if need be.
You better. If he does that shit that we just saw in the simulator out in the field, doomed. Whole city's gonna get a lot worse. Back in my day, this place. I say dismissed, right? I say like get out of here.
Yeah,
and
like,
yeah.
Yes, sir. As I like turn on my heel and like start watching out, closing the door behind you.
Yeah, and I say, back in my day, this place used to mean something. now I look out the window, right? And I'm like, now look at this place. Fucking, it's a cesspool. We have gang violence on the rise. The mayor wants to cut the police budget. Strikes. We have strikes threatening the very core of our city. Even worse, these old mechs or these. Oh, we have new mechs, right?
Yeah, brand new mechs that are fast and agile,
but are malfunctioning.
But
as good as the mechs that we got, these criminals have even more stronger guns that put us in danger. And I'm like saying this as we're like looking out to like the rainy city neo noir.
You have your drink.
Detroit.
You pulled out your drink on ice.
Yeah, right. And like we're looking outside and we hear like that cyber saxophone noir.
Rain is like hitting the window outside, and we're seeing the drops.
And the neon hazy neo Detroit city underneath, and then we zoom out to a shot of the police station, and then that's.
I like to imagine like it. After that, it goes back to like Rook closing the door, going outside, like putting his hat on, and he's just like, "Oh, I think I signed up for too much. I don't know what I'm gonna do to impress both of them." And he like starts like walking off.
Yeah. Ooh.
Cool.
Do you want to do do you have a response to any of that, Hotshot?
Let's see. I can use my authority to give orders that are only carried out if this side of the crossroad you specify yes or no happens. What would orders be? Like, it can't be an effect on the people because that would be a touchstone thing.
No, you totally can.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just decide what the kingdom does.
Yeah, I think what my thing for this scene will be
Real quick before you do your scene. I mean, because
Mhm.
you're just doing a reaction, like a quick little like the reaction part. But if you don't want to do anything, you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't know.
The next step would have been Josh, you as a player get to mark what the crisis, crossroads, or time passes.
Yeah, I don't think
You're
I have
filling
a
in one of
fitting
these clocks
reaction there.
essentially.
I think this whole scene is time passing.
Sure. Cool. Go ahead and fill in one of those time passes boxes. In addition, that's fine. In addition, if you wanted to make a prediction again, you totally could. You can make more than one prediction, by the way, on when it's your turn.
Oh, sweet. But it still has to involve the crossroads.
Yeah.
Complicate the crossroads by predicting problems we didn't expect. My prediction is the vote is going to pass because the cartel wants it to.
Mhm.
It's just like the steps they're taking to actually weaken the force.
So if they put rookies on the force, the cartel gets even stronger.
Yeah, because it puts us
Yeah.
in a weaker position.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
It's all been like this long manipulating
This
play
is
that's
good.
been
So
going
like
on.
yeah, like when you're playing, so perspective is really hard to kind of like grasp sometimes, but like putting things that are good and bad under each column is a really good idea to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I hope I'm doing it right. I'm just trying to.
You are.
All right, cool.
Um,
I'm really liking perspective. I love being like, this may happen, but also this will happen along with it.
yeah. No, I feel like I need to change out a touchstone. I don't feel like I don't feel like I'm in connection. I feel like I'm either actually power or maybe perspective as well.
I feel like you're trying to gain power. I feel like you're trying to gain control. You want you realize you want power.
I have to do
back.
this myself. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, I might do a scene about that. That's a good point. But when it's
yeah.
That does seem like a good scene to.
Yeah. All right. So now it's to you.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the scene where does this take place? Kind of want to do a scene in the firing range.
Cool. We can do scenes outside of these locations as well. Just one.
Yeah,
these are just
this
things.
Seems like a good
suggestions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what it is Dane is sort of giving rookies like accuracy training.
Are you like berating us, or are you actually being helpful? Are you actually like square your legs, like raise the shoulders, make sure to squeeze, don't pull the trigger?
Well, I think I remember. Yeah, the description in the template says that the firing range can also be used for mech practice.
Oh, nice.
So I think what it is it's a large sort of empty warehouse that we've converted into a firing range.
Oh, are you like beating the shit out of all the rookies and you're like, like get up? You're doing it's the whole like sensei thing where like they knock them down. They're like, get up.
Yeah,
get up
I think
again.
I'm on one side of the warehouse, and then you have like 5 rookies, and they have like stun bullets in their guns basically, and I'm just like, hit me.
Yeah. And you just take them all down. We
exactly.
have that scene of you like just knocking them out individually,
dodging 5 guys with like nothing and like tripping their mechs over.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you do it without firing a shot too because you're a badass,
yeah, exactly. Right? Like I'm unarmed. You guys are at the advantage here.
Do we have that scene where like your eyes, because the eyes are like the things that are colored, and we see the eyes like dancing as you're like
Yeah.
like dodging bullets.
Yeah,
and you're like
no,
getting
I
up
love it.
close
I
to like
love
come up
that.
and hit them and knock
Yeah.
them down.
And
So,
I
like,
think
dude, like totally at the start of that scene, it was that thing where like they all have like their stun guns, and then and you're like, so like everyone's like, everyone was doing the one-on-ones or whatever, and then you're like,
Yeah.
you, and and you, right? And then they all have their guns and stuff, and then you take out your gun and you look at it and you put it away, and then you're like, okay, now it's fair.
Exactly. And I think at one point I ram into Shields back, and I'm like, your aim's to the left, Shields.
Yeah.
Just yeah. I'm trying as hard as I can. Like he's sweating inside the mech. He's like trying to keep up, and he's just like firing wildly at him. He's just like, I can't hit him. He's too quick.
Oh. It's that it literally is that fucking like anime of like you doing like that like phase into existence kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
He was like right in front of me,
Yeah.
and he actually just ducked low and then like knocks
Yeah.
your whole
And,
mech
like,
back because
he,
you don't see
dodged
where
the
he went
things.
in the sensors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like so good.
The sensors can't keep up with him.
Yeah, and then I like trip you, and I'm like, use your eyes.
Where the hell is it going? I like try to like I do the whole Jackie Chan like flip the model back up from its like back to its legs.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking around for him, like trying to find him, and I see everyone's already like broken. And then I imagine like he's coming down from on top of me already. Like I don't notice.
Like, you were sitting
He
like
dark knights
meditating.
me.
Oh my god! No, yeah, he dark knights you. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh.
And I just get like slammed to the ground, and I just like slam against the controls in frustration. And it's just like, this is bullshit. We're not learning anything.
And then the lights turn on.
Yeah.
And you hear like enough, and like can Valdez come in? Can Firebrand come in?
Yeah.
Right. And he comes in.
I think what happens is over the mech's like loudspeakers, I hear like, "Come on, Valdez, we're just having fun."
Oh no, this is perfect. So yeah, I'm sorry, I don't come in. I'm on the I'm in the comms. Right? I'm in
Yeah.
I'm in the
comm
command
button.
thing, watching the thing.
Yeah,
right?
you're in
with
the
command,
like
the command
oversight
thing.
of the training
And
center.
I'm like, Hotshot, you're supposed to be training these people, not rubbing your face into them. You're or whatever, right?
Just
Yeah.
over the comm here, I think he broke my mech's arm. Just like one of the rookies just replied,
My leg,
my leg! I can't move my leg anymore.
One of them gets up, but the arm stays on the ground. He's like, I think my mech's broke.
Yeah.
Like, these are supposed to be your members of your team, right? It's not just you out there, Hotshot. You need people watching your back. If you don't train these guys, I'll find someone else who can.
I think I shrug and I'm like, I personally think their aim's getting better. A few more hours of this, they might actually hit me.
I lean over and I shoot him in the leg with the stun gun, like as he says that. And I'm just like, I think I got him.
And I just smash my head, right? I just go,
Captain, sir, I got him.
I know, and that's my face palm.
Yeah.
That's kind of all I got.
Oh, perfect.
I like it.
That was a
Oh
good
my
scene.
god, fuck, dude, that was so good. I mean, I don't have a reaction to it. That was super good.
That was my reaction, shooting him.
Yeah.
I got him, Captain.
Yeah, I think that contributes to Crossroads.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and fill in another Crossroads, Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
And I can do another prediction.
You can.
I can.
You can also kind of predict stuff in character in play too.
Oh,
If
okay.
you want, if you want to, not like. So I feel like I might have fucked up a little bit when I always fuck up games. Welcome to Once Upon a Game if you haven't seen it yet. But two, I think I might have dissuaded you from thinking about things in the fiction when it was your turn. Like when you're like talking about things, because you'd be like, yeah, like, for example, you could be like, Hotshot, like, yeah, like he's, he has, Firebrand has, he's the captain has kind of has a point. If we don't, like we can die, right? Like,
Oh,
you know
I
what I
see.
mean? And then you can kind of like frame it that way.
You
like,
can
in
play that
character.
perspective in character.
Yeah.
And be
yeah.
like, Captain does kind of have a point. I mean, I've been having trouble in the simulators as it is, and I don't feel comfortable being out there. I think some battle
Right.
happen.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You can seed things that way if you want it.
I see.
All right.
I like
Cool.
it.
All right.
Uh,
So now we can be anyone's scene. Now that we've done that. Because we started late, I don't really feel like I want to go to a break. I just want to kind of play another
I feel like
round
we
of
can
scenes.
just play
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
do another
yeah.
round.
Another round.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So I can still do a prediction though and say like if they say I can do the opposite. So like if they say no,
Yeah.
Hmm.
What happens?
I
What happens
had
if they
an
don't put
idea
mechs
for
in the
a
cockpit?
no prediction if you want one.
what was that, sci-fi?
I had an idea for a no prediction if you were couldn't think of one.
Yeah,
Don't-
sure. I'm
Don't listen to Power, but go ahead.
don't listen. Oh yeah.
I was going to say that if no, the rookies will take a hit in morale.
I guess.
Yeah, but they'll survive.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
want to be out in the field, man.
I think I'm gonna do something a bit bigger. If they say no,
Oh man, I have one.
if they say no, I think the rookies are gonna go on strike.
Ooh.
That's what I was leaning to.
That's exactly. I was like, the strike's going on. I think if you say no, the rookies are gonna go on strike.
Oh, that's so good, dude.
That you're caught in a hard spot right now, where you're like, we could say yes, but these terrible things, right? We say no.
These terrible things. That's what you're supposed to do. Because then you're like,
Choose now, Mr. Powers.
you have chosen poorly.
You have failed me for the last time.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So I'm gonna go, and I think like what we were talking about, I think I'm going to I'm gonna try to challenge you for power.
So how does this process work? Of you changing roles?
It happens in fiction.
in a scene.
Right, it
yeah.
happens in a scene. So I don't just say like, oh, I'm gonna challenge and become power now. No, what we do is I set a scene and it's going to be something that happens in the scene. Right? And so of course, this is immediately following up our last scene, right?
Mhm.
And everyone's kind of like picking up the pieces of their mechs and stuff, right? And like we're getting them over to
like,
the
maintenance
engineers.
teams are looking at like the detached arm,
exactly.
and
They're like, what the?
David?
And they're literally doing the like, what the? Like, how
Wasn't
did you-
this a training session?
Yeah, they're literally all just like, what? And anyways, I come in. Once again, now I'm actually like in the mech, right?
Mhm.
And now I'm gonna challenge you in front of everybody. Shot.
Oh.
Right. I'm gonna challenge you and be like, all right, rookies, watch how it's done, because this guy won't teach you how to do proper block and grab and kind of stuff, right? And so like you see like me like flex my mech, right? I do like a couple like stretches. I do like the finger thing. I like neck cracks and.
I changed the comm to like only the rookies can hear me. I'm like $5 on voucher.
Yes, yeah.
And we're like, we all start like in the background. You hear we're all like
Just
putting bets
betting.
down for who will win.
And of course, I have my sidearm and I take off the holster and stuff. I'm like, so it's fair,
Oh.
right? And
Yeah.
I mean, like we're in order training mechs, right? Like we're
Right.
like, anyways, yeah. So I'm challenging you in front of these rookies, and I'm gonna train them while we fight, right? And like you get some good hits on me, right? I feel like you get some good hits on me, but I also feel like I end up I win the day.
I
Does
feel
it-
like
And at the end
there's,
of the day, it's like me standing on top of you, right?
Yeah, I feel like the moment, the moment of
But,
truth
yeah.
is where
You
I try
faint.
to bounce my mech off a wall at you. And
Yeah,
just
you try to
I was gonna
faint.
say
like,
there was like
smash me to the
there was like a
ground.
wall battle at one point. Your wheels click in and you guys
Yeah.
like go. It's a 3D
Oh my god,
fight.
you're like roller skating
Yeah,
around the
yeah.
thing.
You
Yeah.
end up like hitting the walls and going up, and then you meet at the ceiling, and that's when like the big final clash finally
fucking
hits.
Fucking Christ, guys, this is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're writing
this
a
is
movie
so
after
good.
this.
I
This
think
is
you
so
do
good.
like I think
Yeah.
you do like Bruce Lee moves where you just
Yeah.
direct my own attacks away.
Right? Yeah, no, that's what happens, right? But like, I feel like you're doing these things, like I'm blocking your like more like normal tricks, and so
Oh my-
you
Yeah.
have to go more and more like risky
Right,
with
I
this
have
stuff.
to whip out the flashy stuff.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, does it become like you know Street Fighter, there's the wrestler Zangetsu or whatever, and you do like the
Zangetsu.
super Zangetsu, and you do like the pile driver move, like you spin
Yeah.
down and slam his mech in the end.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like I'm trying all these like all like super flashy looking techniques that look good, but you're just like
And-
having a stoic defense.
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm telling the rookies while I'm doing this, right, and being like, flashy moves won't save you. Don't get distracted. Follow the feet. Watch the feet work. And then, you know, it's like block. You know, all these things like watch the feet. It's all watching the feet, right? The feet telegraph everything. And he's like, fuck, how does he know? Well, how can I stop that? And you know, like these things. And
this has worked every time.
yeah,
And then finally you just get the lock from behind on him,
yep.
and then you just do the whole the aerial pile driver down.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I love it.
Yeah, so I'm standing
It's
over.
so cool in my
I'm
head.
and so now I'm standing over you, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, look, you're a good shot. You know, you what do I say? Right? Like I don't no, I just say like, look, like no, it's perfect. I'm like, damn it, hot shot, you know, and I'm like staring over you, and I do my head shake like in the mech, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you're the like, you know, you're the loosest cannon, you know, you're the loosest cannon on the force.
Yeah.
God damn it, do I respect you? And I like put my
You're
hand
good.
down and pick you up, right?
You're good, but not that
right?
good.
and I earn the and I feel like people like me as they like respect me a little bit, and I think I'm gonna be. I kind of took you down a peg, but I also kind of like picked you up a little bit or whatever, because I kind of want you to listen to me, and so I challenge you for power, and it's actually up to you. You can change a little bit of this if you want. Like you can renege my advance here.
I feel like you do become power, and in that exchange, I will become touchstone.
Okay.
Oh man,
I feel like
we can both be power and like fight over it.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe there was a certain like shift in like the rookie's perspective on Dane, where they're like, man, maybe he can be beaten.
Yeah. I just want the last scene to be like over the comms. I accidentally didn't go back to the secret channel, and I was like, you all owe me $5.
This is literally a show. This is literally a show.
Yeah.
But it's weird because it's like we're all still in training. Which is cool.
We haven't actually been deployed yet.
Yeah.
The special response.
I'm getting a lot of good advice and training, you know, coming up.
Yeah, I feel like I'd be.
So I'm gonna mark off the crossroads, but I'm gonna mark off crisis as well. And what I'm gonna mark in crisis is basically like a quick little like end of news, like we hear it like on the TV, being like, you know, the Chico 13 gang, or not. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to say. The Chalk 13. Sorry.
Yeah, CHAQ.
Yeah, the Chalk 13 gang has you know, robbed another series of banks this morning in Northwest Detroit, and blah, you know, blah blah blah. No one was killed, but they made off with the millions of credits and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right. And then what I also say is Secure Corp is offering services to the police department for these tumultuous times. As so now what I mean when I say Secure Corp, they're essentially like robo-scabs. So like they're like robot drone police, to like they can like fill in for people because there's all these strikes and things. So they're like kind of privatized, like a privatized police.
Third private, they're a private security force.
Yeah, right. And
I imagine this is all going on Vasquez's TV as he's like changing between channels. He's like, no, fuck, shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna explain this one. Yeah.
So that's my crisis that I'm putting forward there. Right, is that the police strikes get worse, and so they fill in with a we get disbanded and stuff as they bring in a private company.
Yeah, we're starting to get replaced.
Yeah, so that's my scene.
Cool. I love it.
Me too. That was super good.
That was. I don't think I have anything as like perspective to really add to that. I think we're
Um,
consequences are kind of all feel kind of full.
if we don't put the mechs, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to tell you how to do stuff. But it's also kind of the first game. But like,
I mean, I'm the newbie. Like, feel free, Eric. Like, if
I know,
you
but
have
like,
a
I don't. But
suggestion or something.
I'm not perspective. It's not my story. It's our story. But like,
Yeah.
the thing that I was thinking about would have been like, if you say no, Securicorp takes over, whatever, right? Like
Oh, I
Securicorp
see.
brings people in or something.
Yeah.
Or something
see.
good comes about it. Like,
I definitely want to do something good about it all. So if they say no, if they say no, it's possible the rookies can go on strike. And if they say no, what are our threats going on right now? If they say no, we might be able to fix the budget cuts.
okay. Why? Or
I mean, because we're not putting rookies out on the force, like everyone's still staying back. Essentially, if you're out like working, right, you're going to have a much higher health insurance, all the costs and everything that are accumulated with putting rookies out, like the cost of training.
we
And
save
putting, so
money.
in comparison, like we have less people out there, and we'll possibly be able to fix the budget.
Oh, that makes sense. That because the rookies are going to cost more for everything. Yeah. Because
like
each
rookie needs
all the collateral damage
mech.
that, like,
the collateral damage and stuff. Is
and then just getting a mech for every single rookie, and then hoping they don't fuck it up. You know?
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll write that. Helps the budget.
Man, that really puts everything at odds. You're like, a lot of good things, but bad things come of everything.
Yeah. So
welcome
to the game.
I really enjoyed this game, Eric. Thanks for having me on.
This is a really good game. Well, also this is a really good game. Us three are nailing it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are.
These are all amazing scenes.
I kind of don't want it to end. I'm like, I want to see how this movie plays out.
We can keep playing. We can do another Crossroads if we wanted, because we're gonna crush this one if we want. We could do another one. Like we could go into the gang violence one and actually see how it plays out.
I have a bit of a time crunch personally, so
that's
I feel
fair.
like we will have to resolve after this Crossroad.
Okay.
All right, that's fair. I mean, I do only have you guys from 6 to 9, and I fucked up my computer today, so I lost an hour.
Yeah.
It's all
good. It happens sometimes, guys.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
There's always more Once Upon a Game.
This is actually one of the reasons why I was so reticent about bringing Kingdom onto Once Upon a Game for so long, because I played Kingdom several times in real life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long game, and the best parts of it is that it does actually take some time. And when I say it's long, is because Kingdom at Story Game Seattle is always the table that's going like, oh my god, oh, that's so good, but they're also the last table to like wrap up
to finish,
right?
Yeah.
So like
it's still really, I'm having a lot of fun. It's still really good.
It's a super good.
I'm gonna pass the torch to Akio to make a scene.
All right, cool. I'm gonna make a scene. Let's see. We have the helipad simulator.
I think in that way.
What's up?
Sorry, I'm just thinking it's kind of like Firebrands, where Firebrands also has a similar thing where it's kind of a slow burn, and then it gets real fucking good.
I think the scene is it's all three of us, and we've actually gone like to the local bar that all the cops go to. And what's going on is like Vasquez is going through all the reports of things that could be going on, and he's kind of like unsure of the future of essentially Watchdogs. And it like starts off where like I'm putting a hand on his shoulder, like giving him that reassuring, like it's okay, boss. Like we can figure this out. If we work together, we can make the city great again. We can get rid of all this. That's why you brought me on. We got to keep having faith in each other. I definitely see it as like a morale. Like this is like all this terrible shit has been going on, and we're kind of building up to this moment. Everyone's getting like super stressful, and we're trying to like decompress it. And like all the rookies are coming together, and some are starting to like tell stories. and they're starting to get like more and more scared. And then Shield like stands up and like bangs the table, and he like points over to Vasquez, and he's like, "This man right here has been serving for over 20 years, and he's never lost as many people as you're all fearful of. He is going to change it for us. We're going to have a better tomorrow for our city. You just gotta believe in the captain." And everyone kind of like, hurrah, hurrah, like Captain Vasquez, yeah. And then I move over, I point over to Dan, and I was like, and Dan, he's one hell of a pilot. If he can't do it, none of us can. We're gonna do this, guys. We got this. We got this.
Oh, that's gonna that's really sucky because no, you go ahead first.
I think as a response to that, I think I say, you got to learn how to aim first, Shields, and everyone laughs.
Yeah, everyone's like laughing. He's like, shit. I'll get him one of these days.
I don't laugh. I don't cheer. I don't do anything. Right? I just like finish up my meal or whatever, and I just literally just like throw it in the garbage. Like I just like scrape my plates, put it down, and just leave. Like I'm pissed at you guys. Which is kind of normal for Val, but like I was not like you were not expecting that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I go like Shield goes running after him at that. Like he like looks around, and everyone's kind of like doing the whole shrug, like that's Captain, and I like get up, like I'll catch you guys in a moment, and I book it out to the side, like trying to catch up, and I'm like, Captain, what's wrong? What's going on?
So this is like we're in like a private hallway, right?
Yeah. We've entered like the main bar, and there's like a side where like there's like the bathrooms to the like in the background, and
I look at you, and I look. This is one of the first times I have this kind of sadness. Like I'm not crying, but like. You know, like it looks like I'm really keeping the words in my mouth. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm afraid to let them go because of what they mean, the gravity of them. So, like, my nostrils flare, and then I'm like, and I let out a sigh and say, "We have to let you go, Shield."
But what, Captain? Why?
We don't have the budget for everybody. And we're the worst performing in the trainings. You heard it themselves, man. Your accuracy on your firearms is it can't.
But Captain, in the simulators, I have the shield. I'm the one protecting everyone. You need me out there.
God damn it, son! Do you think I don't know that? You know what I mean? Like, I look at you that hard. Like don't make this harder than it is.
I grab the first time you do. Frank's actually angry. He grabs your uniform. He's like, Captain, you promised me you can't do this to me. We're supposed to change everything, and now you're just gonna throw me to the side.
And I try to hug you, right? I'm getting ready to hug you.
I just push you away.
Yeah, and then good. I was gonna push you away.
You slam against the wall, and he's just like, fuck you, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
Get out, turning your, and and I start to cry. Frank starts crying. He's like, I can't go back. I can't. They'll kill me, Captain. Your last day is the end of this week or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
And
and I'm just like in tears, and I'm just like, they're gonna kill me, Captain. I can't go back.
That's not my problem, as I don't look at you, right? And I'm totally, and I think that has to be seen. Because I'm totally marking in the crossroads.
Totally.
And I'm totally marking in crisis. Yep. And what I'm doing
is this mine to mark?
Your power, so you only get to mark one, right?
Oh, that's right.
This is my scene.
Oh fuck! It's not even my scene. I'm just like fucking
Eric.
I'm fucking taking over the game.com. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, you're absolutely right. What
It's
the
fine,
fuck
'cause
am I doing? Wow.
I
that
actually,
was
I actually am
horrible.
filling. I actually am filling in Crossroads.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
It does feel.
which means
Yeah.
now Eric has to make the
Dude,
power
well,
choice.
I think what we do is like literally like an hour or so later, like you're maybe like we see you because I feel like this is more about I don't know. Do your response thing first. I want to save mine for. Do you have a response for the scene? Because if not, otherwise I will do something. I have my response.
I don't think I don't know if I think he already like said his response. Like
I know it makes sense though, right?
yeah.
I think the
But then-
response from the touchstone of how the people are feeling is the attitude of the people is sort of an anticipation kind of deal.
I know.
Like people are on edge.
Yeah, right. Because we heard this shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because
I know what
definitely
breaks-
definitely
yeah.
the end was heard as like shouting happened.
Oh
but
yeah.
I know what happens.
I
Well, I
think
mean, my response, right? Like
Yeah,
I have my response, but you go.
I don't really know how to respond to this. I think the
Don't worry.
so explain how can I do a response again just to be clear.
Just it's a small little vignette scene, right? It's just following up that scene that we just had. If you wanted to do something.
I think it's like Shield is in like the locker room at like outside the gym, and he's like slamming against the door, and like you see him like pull out his phone, and it's a call, and it's like from his dad, and he like quickly like swipes it no, and then you just see like this look of worry go over him, and he like puts down his badge, but he keeps the gun, and you see him like walk out.
Right. Okay. Well, right before you walk out, we hear like the red lights, the sirens go on in the police station, right? The the Chak 13 gang has done their biggest heist yet, and now everyone has to go, and it's make it or break. So you're not off the force yet.
Yes.
And so
Everyone's
so my
radios go off at the same time, like, "Oh, units,
everyone
please
sees
respond."
it, even the rookies,
Yeah.
right? Like all hands
Yeah.
on decks,
It's
emergency.
an all points bulletin.
Right. It's it's an APB. That's exactly what it is. It's an
Yeah,
APB. And so of course I have to make the decision now of being like yes or no, and know what I say. And this is what happens. I have to like, do like the swipe or whatever, like, like initialize SRD, thing. And I have to look at it and be like, God damn it, if I don't like, it's like this might be the only way Shield stays on the force, and I swipe over. And I say yes.
Yes.
Ah.
I love it.
Fuck.
It's
Are
so
you
good.
sure we don't have an hour? Come on.
It's literally like Frank like slides, grabs the badge, and he's like, "We're not out of this yet." And
Yeah.
then-
So it resolves.
Damn.
I love it. God, I love this game.
So
This is a dope
that's all
game.
we have time for that.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Oh yeah. It's
Find
But,
out
like,
next time
do-
on the
do-
one
yeah,
shot.
do we want to do an epilogue, or do we just want to fucking like? I'm
I
gonna
can,
save this game because like, dude,
I can do
I
an
really want to
epilogue
return.
if,
I really want to return to this.
Because
I
of
can do an
course that's the
epilogue if we
fucking.
want,
Of course, it's gonna be the next Crossroads, the gang.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
dealing
solving
with
the
the
gang
gang.
problem, dealing with the gang, and because it's like now we have to do it. This was like, this was perfect.
Man, this is gonna be like so perfect for Shield. Like, this is such a hard
Yeah.
moment of like he is stuck between like I can't lose this force, but I can't kill my family. He's like,
Yes,
like,
I know. I know. That's why I wanted to do it so
damn,
bad.
it's so good.
If we want an epilogue, I can
Yeah,
sort
I
of
mean,
paint an epilogue scene picture.
yeah. I mean, let's do a quick little epilogue. right?
So I
Like,
think
what
what
happens?
like the
do we
the
stay in the
epilogue
king-
scene we
yeah.
get is we see just all these just a pile of mechs fighting an uphill battle against these gang members that have these like smuggled heavy weapons. People are like working our way up towards the headquarters. At one point, Hotshot sort of he uses shields as cover
I like
for
it.
a hot second, like a duck behind you really fast, and it was like, put your shield up.
Ching, 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 ching. And you're like
Yeah.
like You actually see like the shield has taken a lot of damage, and it's
Oh,
kind of it's like at that point where it could possibly break at any moment. He probably can't take another heavy explosive again.
And I think a lot of rookies die.
Yeah. Oh no.
But I think we end up winning the day at the end
Yeah,
of it all.
I think. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, I think like one of the things you see is like it's like a scene of Rook's shield breaking, and he like falls over, losing his arm, like losing the arm to the mech, and in the very end, like he's standing over a mech he recognizes, and you see like inside the mech he's crying, and then you just hear like the
Bang.
rounds go off.
Yeah. We cut outside, and there's a chase going on, like the beginning of the game.
Yes.
It's for real this time. It's you and me, Hotshot, chasing down like a getaway car, right?
Yeah.
Just like this, the
They're getting away with the money.
just like the simulation. They're getting away.
Yeah.
Now, but instead we like this finale scene starts, instead of saying the first Detroit bank or whatever over it. It's like a rundown warehouse, but it has that similar like pattern style building.
Right.
And then we see the car go over, and it's like frame for frame the same as the intro, right? And you say, like, go down Madison and whatever, and I'll cut up this way, and then I say like, rookie go shit, and like, okay, hotspot, follow, like, pursuit up that way, don't let him get on the highway or whatever. And then we get to the part where they're getting the shooting, and like, do you take the shot this time?
Yeah.
Like,
I think
you go up the parking garage, you do the whole thing, and then do you take the shot?
Yeah.
Because I think this
I
is
think
the
the key difference here is I check with you before I take the shot.
Yeah, and that's when I say,
I say enemy in sights, permission to engage.
Permission granted. And then we go to fucking credits. Holy shit! Oh my god!
Love it.
Dude,
so good.
Yes, that was a game. That was a game, guys. We made a game tonight. That was great.
That was a wonderful game. I had so much fun.
Good.
That was so good. It was so good.
That was really, really good.
Oh man!
I'm not saying that sci-fi and mechs are the key to success, but you won't have a bad time.
This is one of the best. This is the most memorable Once Upon a Game I think I've had a while. Not to say that all my ones aren't bad or shit or anything like that. Not at all. Just like, fuck. That was fun.
We created an action movie.
We made an action movie tonight.
We did.
Yeah.
Out of nothing.
There was drama.
Literally, Josh, you didn't have this game until like a minute before. Like, we started. Like, this came from nothing, everyone. Like, this literally started from nothing.
We literally went through the beginning, and we picked some things out, and then we were just like, I want to see this, and this is what happened.
And it worked. Look how amazing it worked out. That was so good.
We should do this more often.
I do it. Hey, if you go twice a week, I do these games.
Yeah.
Twice a week.
This is why I do this. Like, this is so good. I cannot wait to share this at Story Game Seattle and stuff. Being like, guys, we played the best game
of Kingdoms. Yeah.
So it was super good, guys. I want to hear your guys' thoughts about the game and the system and stuff like that. I know we didn't really see a lot of it because we kind of like did it really quickly.
We hit all the basic concepts, I feel.
I definitely would love to see an extended version of this game. I mean, we definitely hit, but it felt like we like lightly touched upon most of the things, and that's great. That's great to be able to explore all of the mechanics that apply with the game. I personally had a lot of fun, and I'm glad that we were all able to work together. I think what you have here, Eric,
I got just a taste of Kingdom, and I just
exactly. I'm kind of at that thing where I'm just like, I would have loved to have like something more. I really can't rate it because I haven't had a chance to like fully explore it. I haven't had a chance to sit in that jacuzzi and see what it's all about.
It leaves you wanting more.
Exactly.
Dilettantish is asking in chat about the games that I have planned for if we're doing Kingdom again. Sadly, I'm not doing it again for this month, only because we have so many other things coming up. I just want to do a quick little rundown. So we did Fall of Magic on Wednesday. We did Kingdom today. Next time we're playing Firebrands. Firebrands next Wednesday.
Keep the mecha go rolling.
And then we're playing Lovecraft-esque that week, and then following that, so this is the 19th, and we're doing 2 playtests that week. We're doing Across the Endless Sea, which is by Games from the Wildwood. He's in my Discord channel, and if you like any of this stuff, hit !Discord and follow me over there, and hang out with all of us, and get on the schedule because there's a link to this sign up sheet. If you never played a game before, it's awesome. Join in. I keep a spot open for people who are new, for that reason precisely. And then so we're playing Across the Endless Sea, which is about a game about traveling, kind of like The Quiet Year, a year-long travel, like almost like an Odyssey-esque thing. And then we're playing Tall Pines, and Tall Pines is a new game coming out about that's gonna go on Kickstarter later this year. Tall Pines is kind of like a Twin Peaks style murder mystery game with like surrealist parts of a weird town. I'm super excited. Then the last week of April, I'm not doing anything on Friday. I have a wedding I'm going to that weekend. But Wednesday, we're playing Lady Blackbird, the vanilla version of Lady Blackbird. So we're going to be doing that as well. All right? Cool. So like that's what we have for this month. This weekend, I'm putting up May's sections of games. So if you have suggestions, join my Discord. Let me know if you want to do something in these times. I know for a fact I'm doing another playtest of a game called The Circle. And then I'm also doing at some point
doing MTO's game?
Yeah, I'm doing MTO's game, and then
it's fun. That's a good game.
So I'm doing the Circle, and then I'm also definitely gonna do more Kingdom because I just want to play more Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Eric. I will hit you up for playtest once I finish my mecha hack.
Cool, absolutely. That's what I want to do with my channel. It's like I want you guys to do. It's a proving ground sometimes. It's the firing range.
Yeah.
Right. So like I want to do that stuff. And let me know if we ever wanted to audible a game, if we're all cool with it, let me know. Because like I just put up games randomly based on my interests. But if you guys want to suggest games, if you want to volunteer and facilitate a game for on the channel as well, hit me up. We can totally do that. I have no problem just taking a back seat and doing the production.
I was the one who facilitated Firebrands for you for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. And I love you for that. Yeah. That's amazing. Like these kinds of games that I do this is the perfect way to get into GMing because you're not actually responsible for doing a lot other than knowing the rules. And I don't fucking know the rules. And if I can do it, then you can do it.
I didn't AP say he wanted to like run a show for you as well. He had something he was trying to throw at you. I saw today.
Did he? Oh, I didn't see that yet. But if he absolutely did,
it was something in general. I think he was saying.
Yeah. Oh, in general.
He was like, okay. He was like, I have this show I wanted to GM for Eric.
Oh, if
you all want to see it.
No, he was being sarcastic. He was being sarcastic about the other thing we were talking about. Don't worry about it. Then. Yeah, that was about an earlier conversation. But anyways, tomorrow I'm playing Blades in the Dark. We're picking up Never Sunny and Duskfall again. Finally, after a 2-week hiatus, and then Burning Wheel on Sunday. So that's my life. Those are my games. I'm doing Pendragon. I'm doing not on my channel, but on Silent Osiris's. I've returned as Cernidian for Pendragon. And Saturday mornings at 7:30. That's fun. I retweet that stuff on Twitter, and that's all the things I do.
You also host it here, so you can come to this channel.
Sci-Fry, what about you? What do you do?
Twitter.com/sci-fi with an underscore for all your mecha needs. Come at me. If you are at all interested in mecha anime, I will find one for you. I know so many.
You're mecha anime wise, for sure.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I got chills how good this game was tonight.
Yeah, right?
Like
it was a fun game.
All right. Josh, Equimag. How can people find you? What do you do on the internet?
You can't find me. I don't exist. I don't have a Twitter or any. Well, no, I do have a Twitter, but I don't have like Twitch or any of that.
You're on Discord.
I'm usually on Discord. You can find me in AP's channel. In Eric's, I always comment in the Burning Crowns because I love that show so much. And then Typical GMs, I'm over in his channel sometimes talking.
The cool guy. I want to play games.
Yeah, he's super fun. I love him as a GM. He's great at describing things, like setting a scene, describing. But other than that,
he's the Bob Ross of GMing.
Yeah.
Pretty
let's just make this little pretty tree of description. And you're, you can just find me anywhere. I mean, just say hi. I'm EQ. Literally, look anywhere. EQ MAG. You can find me. It's a unique name. I go over and play in people's channels. I get the pleasure to be able to be with cool GMs like Eric and Typical and AP and. I just enjoy the game. I'm all about RP, bro. RP and storytelling. That's where I go.
Awesome. Great. Well, that's it for us tonight, guys. That's all we got going. Thank you all so much for hanging. wrap up and put up the VODs this weekend as well. So we're doing all that kind of stuff. I'm working on my own games, by the way. I'm working on two. One that would basically take no time. I want to do a Fiasco playset about Jurassic Park. That shouldn't take very long at all.
Yeah.
And then I'm also doing a Fall of Magic.
Hmm.
Excited to do. So I have those things in the hopper. In addition
All right,
to
I
everything
gotta
else that I
drop
do.
out of here,
Yeah.
but it was good
We're outta
playing
here.
with you guys.
I have no
care,
clue what
guys.
Fall of Magic is.
Well, we can talk about that later.
Yeah, I gotta drop out.
Take care.
See ya.
See ya.